10 things about gorillas. 1. Gorillas are the largest primates. 2. They share 98% of human DNA. 3. Gorillas live in groups called troops. 4. They are primarily herbivores. 5. They communicate with over 20 sounds. 6. Gorillas make nests to sleep. 7. There are 2 main species. 8. Silverbacks get their name from their backs. 9. They are critically endangered. 10. Gorillas show human-like emotion. 1. Gorillas are the largest primates. Gorillas hold the title of the largest living primates on Earth. Adult males, particularly silverbacks, can weigh between 300 to 400 pounds, with some individuals even reaching up to 500 pounds in captivity. Standing upright, they measure around 5.5 to 6 feet tall, although they typically walk on all fours using a method called knuckle walking. Their size gives them an imposing presence in the forest, yet they are generally gentle and shy by nature. Gorillas possess powerful muscles and broad chests, allowing them to perform amazing feats of strength when necessary. Despite their massive size, gorillas are primarily peaceful creatures. Conflicts are rare within groups and are usually resolved through displays rather than actual violence. Their size also helps deter predators, as few animals dare challenge a full-grown silverback. Living in the dense forests of Africa, their massive frames are surprisingly agile, adapted to climbing trees and navigating rugged terrain. 2. They share 98% of human DNA. Gorillas share about 98% of their DNA with humans, placing them among our closest living relatives, along with chimpanzees and bonobos. This genetic similarity is more than just a scientific statistic, it also manifests in their behavior, emotions, and intelligence. Gorillas can use tools, display problem-solving skills, and even learn basic sign language, as seen with the famous gorilla Koko, who mastered over 1,000 signs. Their brain structure is quite similar to ours, particularly in the areas responsible for emotion, memory, and communication. Gorillas also show affection, mourn loss, and build complex social bonds. Scientists study gorillas to learn more about human evolution and behavior. Our shared DNA is also a double-edged sword. Gorillas are vulnerable to many human diseases, including the Ebola virus and respiratory infections. This makes conservation and ethical interaction with wild populations extremely important for both their health and ours. 3. Gorillas live in groups called troops. Gorillas are social animals that live in groups called troops or bands, typically consisting of 5 to 30 members. Each troop is led by a dominant silverback male, who is responsible for the group's safety, decision-making, and conflict resolution. Alongside him are adult females, their offspring, and sometimes younger subordinate males called blackbacks. The silverback decides when the group travels, eats, or rests. His leadership is respected, and the others rely on him for protection. If danger arises, the silverback will stand his ground and display his strength through chest beating, vocalizations, and posturing. Life in a troop is cooperative. Mothers care for infants, older siblings play with the young, and grooming helps maintain social bonds. Communication within the troop is rich and varied. When a silverback grows old or dies, a blackback may rise in rank or another silverback might take over. Troop dynamics are complex and essential to gorilla survival. 4. They are primarily herbivores. Gorillas follow a mostly vegetarian diet, which varies depending on their habitat and the season. Their diet consists primarily of leaves, shoots, stems, fruit, and bark. Mountain gorillas, for example, live at high altitudes where fruit is scarce, so they consume mostly fibrous vegetation. Lowland gorillas have access to more fruit and will include it in larger portions of their diet. On rare occasions, gorillas might eat ants or termites, but they are not hunters and don't seek out meat. Their large, flat teeth are adapted for grinding plant material. An adult gorilla can consume up to 40 pounds of vegetation daily to sustain its massive body. They spend much of their day foraging and chewing, moving slowly through the forest. Their digestive systems are highly developed, allowing them to extract nutrients from tough plant material. Their dietary habits also help maintain the ecosystem by dispersing seeds throughout the forest. 5. They communicate with over 20 sounds. Gorillas are highly communicative animals, using a complex system of sounds, gestures, facial expressions, and body language to interact with one another. Researchers have identified over 20 distinct vocalizations, each serving a unique purpose. Grunts and hoots help coordinate group movement, while screams or roars signal alarm or aggression. A silverback might produce a loud chest beat or sharp bark to assert dominance or warn intruders. Gorillas also hum when content, especially while eating. Infants giggle when tickled or playing with peers, much like human children. In addition to vocal sounds, gorillas use non-verbal cues, such as touching, grooming, eye contact, and posture, to maintain social bonds and establish trust. Their expressions can show curiosity, annoyance, affection, or fear. These intricate communication methods allow for cooperation, emotional connection, and conflict avoidance. Understanding gorilla communication helps scientists decode their behavior and emphasizes their intelligence and emotional depth, reinforcing our close connection to them. 6. Gorillas make nests to sleep. Just like humans make beds, gorillas build nests to sleep in every night. These nests are crafted from leaves, branches, and other vegetation, providing a soft and safe place to rest. Most gorillas make their nests on the ground, but in some cases, especially with younger or smaller individuals, they may build them in trees. Each evening before sundown, the troop finds a spot to settle for the night, and every gorilla constructs its own nest, including infants who sleep in their mothers. Nests are usually only used once, and new ones are made daily, which helps avoid parasites and ensure hygiene. Building a nest takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's a clear sign of intelligence and planning. Gorillas also rest in midday nests for naps or relaxation. Nest building behavior has been studied to understand gorilla travel patterns, sleep cycles, and social structure in the wild. 7. There are two main species. Gorillas are divided into two main species, the eastern gorilla and the western gorilla, each with two subspecies. The eastern gorilla includes the mountain gorilla and the eastern lowland gorilla, Grauer's gorilla. The western gorilla includes the western lowland gorilla and the cross river gorilla. These species vary in habitat, appearance, behavior, and population size. For example, mountain gorillas have thicker fur to survive cold high-altitude climates in the Virunga Mountains, while western lowland gorillas have shorter, brownish-gray coats suited for tropical forests. The western lowland gorilla is the most numerous, but still endangered, while the mountain gorilla has seen recent population increases thanks to conservation efforts. Cross-river gorillas are the rarest, with fewer than 300 individuals remaining. Though they belong to the same genus, gorilla, their genetic differences and geographical isolation mean that these subspecies face unique conservation challenges that require tailored protection strategies. 8. Silverbacks get their name from their backs. The term, silverback, refers to mature adult male gorillas, typically around 12 years of age or older, who develop a distinctive band of silver or gray hair across their backs. This coloration signals maturity and dominance, marking the male's elevated status within the troop. Silverbacks play a crucial leadership role, making all group decisions related to movement, food, and protection. Their presence brings stability and security to the group. The silver hair is not just decorative, it's a biological sign of strength and responsibility. Silverbacks are larger, stronger, and more experienced than other males, and they often display behaviors such as chest beating, vocalizations, and protective posturing to assert their role. Despite their formidable appearance, silverbacks are typically calm and caring, especially toward infants in the group. They may groom the young, settle disputes, and even allow playful behavior on their backs. Losing a silverback can disrupt troop dynamics, underscoring his importance. 9. They are critically endangered. Gorillas face serious threats that have made them endangered or critically endangered, depending on the species. The main causes include habitat destruction, poaching, disease, and human conflict. As human populations expand, forests are cleared for farming, mining, and settlements, shrinking the gorillas' natural homes. Poaching still occurs, sometimes targeting gorillas for bush meat or capturing infants for the illegal pet trade. Additionally, gorillas are highly vulnerable to human diseases, like respiratory infections or Ebola, which can decimate entire populations. The mountain gorilla population has shown some recovery, thanks to intensive conservation efforts, anti-poaching patrols, and ecotourism funding, yet it remains at risk. Other subspecies, like the cross-river gorilla, are in more dire situations due to their tiny populations and isolated habitats. Conservation groups are working tirelessly to educate local communities, protect habitats, and monitor gorilla health. Supporting these efforts is vital to ensure gorillas remain part of our world's biodiversity. 10. Gorillas show human-like emotions. Gorillas are incredibly emotionally intelligent creatures, capable of expressing a wide range of feelings similar to humans. They can show joy, sadness, fear, anger, affection, and even grief. Observations in the wild and in sanctuaries reveal gorillas hugging, laughing, playing, and comforting each other. Mothers are deeply nurturing toward their infants, carrying them, nursing them, and protecting them with tender care. Gorillas also mourn the loss of family members, sometimes staying near the deceased for hours or days. Studies have shown they exhibit empathy, offering support to distressed group members or avoiding harm to others during play. Some gorillas in captivity, like Coco, have demonstrated the ability to use sign language to express emotions and desires, further proving their cognitive depth. Their emotional capacity challenges outdated views of animals as purely instinct-driven. Recognizing their emotional lives is key to treating gorillas with dignity and compassion, especially in conservation efforts. Thank you. Subscribe, share, like, hit the notification bell.